capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Today we've got a battle here in the NFC North. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions.
And welcome Dan Campbell and your two-time defending NFC North champion, Detroit Lions.
Will Reichert has it all teed up, and we're off and running from Ford Field. Fielded at the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And what a great start for their series. He's all the way up close to the 45-yard line before stepping out. So here they come now to take over on offense. Leading them out, got his first MVP votes after a career-best season last year. Now reached a decade in this league. It's Jared Goff.
The legend of this guy just grows year by year in the Motor City. The best individual season of his career, leading these Lions to a franchise record 15 wins. Now they just got to get to the ultimate goal, the Super Bowl.
Throwing right away here, Goff. Hits him on the out route. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Goff off the play action. That's Laporta again. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that gives the Lions the first.
First down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They're set up at the 35 now. On first down, it's gone. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Play action here with Goff. Going for his back, but it's incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Has a man downfield. It's Laporta. They bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
From the gun, Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. Decent game here, but short of the first.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, Goff. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Vikings take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate. And I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being 3rd down in the red zone. That's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football.
Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Play action, McCarthy. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. A gain of 27 yards there. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
First down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route to escape. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Ball at the 33 for first down. First carry here for Aaron Jones. And this one's going the wrong way. A nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Grabbed by Jordan Addison. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. They send him left out of the slot. McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Oh, he's going to run for it. And you do get him down, but the damage is done. He gets down inside the 35-yard line. It's a 31-yard play, and that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
Vikings first down. A gain of 31 yards. And the Vikings first down.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
1st and 10. Here's Jones. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Finds him over the middle. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
3rd and 2. McCarthy. Escapes the pocket. McCarthy hit. He lost the football. And the Lions have recovered it.
This is exactly what you want out of your defense. If they're not going to secure the ball on offense, and they're going to give you a shot at it, push that ball loose and get a body on it for the recovery.
Detroit getting its offense set for their second drive. And as they take the field, Brock, they got to be thankful that interception didn't cost them. Still scoreless here.
I like how you say they. I think the quarterback in particular,
Yep.
right, loves a chance to have in golf a breakfast ball or a mulligan, another opportunity to flush that first drive away.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
There's corners in this league that really love to cover. There's corners in this league that really love to hit. Corners that can do both, those are the guys that make themselves some serious money.
Hoping to head in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. Shotgun snap here to Goff. And it'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Goff now on 3rd down. Pass is brought in by Laporta. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
Escapes the defender. Still going inside the 35. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions parlay the turnover into a lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. The Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
7, Vikings nothing.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at this Vikings offense. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. On play action now. McCarthy connects with the crosser. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They strike for 23 yards. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Makes the catch. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory.
Complete.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. To the right, hold in by Jefferson. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side.
Well, even a drop would have been better than that, Franklin. Couldn't find a way back to the line of scrimmage, and it's a rare pass that actually loses yardage.
Lions in the nickel. This is 3rd down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. He puts a air under it deep down the left. And his perfect start is over. That's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
You know, Kate, you get a little bit of grace for a drop in the first frame. But that's one, as this game goes on, he's got to have. It's hard on 3rd down to execute. And with the ball in your hands, you got to find a way to catch it.
Now we'll see Ryan Wright come on for the Vikings to punt this away on 4th. The offense headed out now for Detroit. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Man in motion here. On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. And lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Off to the air now. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop it. They get 27 on the play. And that gives the Lions the first.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Here's Goff on 1st and 10. He's got it. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Here's a counter give to Gibbs. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
4 yards. That's another Detroit Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Running it with David Montgomery. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down.
It is phenomenally tough to block this guy in a passing situation. Well, equally as tough to block him out there on the edge. He chased that toss down, and I don't envy these guys trying to block that monster today.
Drive's been moving nicely, but they went the wrong way on that last snap. It's 2nd and 13. This time it's a passing play. Completed over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or what make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. 3rd and long for him here. Underneath, it's Gibbs. And this one does not go far. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. On 4th down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Bates' kick is up and good. And this one is center change. Couldn't have hit that much better.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. Things sure have started out rough, and they've stayed that way through 2 drives. Maybe drive number 3 here is where we see this offense get rolling. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Fits it through the middle. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
And the Vikings first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. McCarthy to throw it. Short pass brought in. He's going to bring this down to their 35. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
That's another Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
These 2 NFC North teams have played one so far. The Lions out in front. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Ready now for the 2nd quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air, McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. It will continue to do so.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he gives himself up after a short gain.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
So the Vikings will try a field goal on 4th down. Will Reichert headed out. This is a 50-yard look from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead's 7.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return coming from the 6. Jukes away from 1. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And they've gone to him as a receiver to complement his presence in the backfield, Brock, to some good early results. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
Cool thing about a drive starting to run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
1st down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, gone. Screen here for Gibbs. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
With that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the 1st, and it did. But so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. Now even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. Past midfield to the 45. And he's all the way down to the 32-yard line. A gain of 27 yards there. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
The Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Room to run inside the 20. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions take a 13-point lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown.
Okay, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards. But the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions double their lead to 14.
Vikings 3.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. This makes it up to the 25. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. Down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Jones. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Stay on schedule. SOS. We talk about it all the time. Offensively, you've got to stay on schedule, and a run like that puts you now so far behind the sticks. Going to take some superhuman effort now on 2nd down.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. In trouble now, and the ball is out. Going the other way, Lions have it. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The Lions grow their lead off the turnover. Really smart play from him there, Brock. Not just to fall on the football, but to take it in for the score.
Yeah, a word we don't normally use with the lineman, quickness, right? Usually the corner skill guys, but he was quick, man. He downshifted in a hurry for 6.
Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Lions stretch their lead to 21.
Lions 24, Vikings 3.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return score, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. As this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Vikings offense back to the field now. They're down 21 now after that last score, and in need of a comeback as we work through this game. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. Now we give up the middle to Jones. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Run loss of a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Jones once more. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Terrion Arnold in on the stop.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. They'll air it out on 3rd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Desperation's a tricky thing, Kate. You love defenses when they're desperate and they're just playing on edge. But offensively, you're in a hole like this, the worst thing you could do is get desperate in a sack. Oh, it only adds further insult to injury.
Ryan Wright on the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Collects this at the 32. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Gone. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up 3rd down.
Okay, we've seen this running back pretty busy here early on in the passing game, and not just with checkdowns. You could tell this was going to be part of the game plan, and I don't think one incompletion here to him is going to deter that effort.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. From the gun, Goff. It's on target to Williams. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
New set of downs for him from the 46. On the draw, this is Gibbs. He dodged the tackle. And they're going to keep moving forward, brought down inside the opposing 30. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That's another Detroit Lions 1st down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
They'll toss it to Gibbs. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Tackle made by Jeff Okuda.
He was tackled at the 27.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. Escapes the defender. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
I love that jet sweep for so many different reasons, Kate. But I really love when you get your athlete coming across, building up speed so you can take off once that edge is set. He gets to that field, turns that type of run into a highlight reel run.
Now Gibbs. It's on the turf. Ball's out. He lost it. This is scooped up by the Vikings. Jukes away from one. Their offense going to take over in much better field position as they get a bunch on that fumble return.
I think the defense would have just settled for getting off the field with the takeaway, but they had a nice present onto the end of it for their teammates. way to start this possession with much better field position.
The Vikings now set to take the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Minnesota in the formation. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones gets it. He dodged the tackle. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Alex Anzalone there on the stop.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Four yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
And the Vikings, 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Throwing on 1st, it's McCarthy. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
This dude is putting together some kind of game today. When he scored that touchdown earlier, we knew we had to keep an eye on him. And no surprise, here he is making yet another huge impact play.
Defense sent him packing back to their own side last play. Time to build on that with 2nd down. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Has it in close. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out. To the air on 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit button. It doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
The Vikings getting their punt team out. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying.
The Lions
and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And they know they let points slip away with that fumble in the red zone, Brock. They're looking to get him back here. First call here coming from the shotgun. Enough to Gibbs from the gun. Escapes the defender. And they're going to bring him down after his play. Rips off quite a chunk of yardage there. Off to the 30. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Goff on 1st and 10. This one to Williams out left side. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's another Detroit Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
Goff off the play action. Delivers another one to Williams. They're on him as he gets it up to the 47. Harrison Smith in on the stop.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, they need 7. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Catch made. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's Goff on first and 10. Finds his man. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And there's not going to be a score, but great effort. He's out of bounds inside the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Motioning the tight end now. First and goal. Here's Gibbs. He will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions making this a lapper before halftime. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. He's into the end zone and already at 3 rushing scores before halftime, Brock. So they either got to find a way to keep him out, or he's going to run his way into the record books if they're not careful. Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions grow their lead yet again.
Vikings 3.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Vikings taking the field on offense. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
Yeah, in these moments, I think of golfers. Right in a tournament, they don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. It's exactly what this offense has got to do.
First and 10. Here's Jones. Nothing doing on the outside there. No gain on the run. That's going to bring up second down.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 26-yard line.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. It's the Vikings facing second and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Taken in by Addison, left side. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First down, Vikings.
First down, ball at the 36. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Running left side by Jefferson. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. 16 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. The Vikings decide what to do on this second down.
It's second down.
McCarthy throwing here. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Oh, this has been a tough series. Sacked on the first down play. Forced to throw it away right there. An awfully difficult third down now staring you in the face.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Third and long for him here. And he has this down to the 34. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and converts on 3rd and 17.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless. He took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. McCarthy to throw it. Finds his man over the middle. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
1st and 10 at the 18.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in-cut and make the catch.
Lost control of another one. Unfortunately, the Vikings stay calm. They were able to get to it. Crisis averted. They keep possession. Minnesota spends its second time out here. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. So they keep the football, but now they face 2nd and long. Throwing from the gun here. It's on the in route. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Yeah, these in-cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Extra man in the secondary for the Lions on this third down. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. It's a 33-yard look from the right hash. Reichert connects there. The flag is down, though, so let's see if this kick stands or not.
Foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty. So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
One last play before the break. They send the tight end in motion. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. So we've reached halftime, Brock, in a lopsided contest so far. Let's hear what Scott Hansen has to say. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Jukes away from one. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out come the Vikings for the debut possession of our second half. This has become must-score territory now every time out since they trail by a full 4 possessions in this second half. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. It's McCarthy. Throw complete to Thielen. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Play action. It's McCarthy. That one's incomplete. And the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Throwing on 3rd, McCarthy. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
Minnesota lined up in punt formation. Ryan Wright's the one to send it away. It's fielded at the 14.
The Lions take over 1st
The
and 10.
Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They motion the tight end over. On 1st down, it's Goff. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. On it, and he nearly picked it. Oh, couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down.
When that ball left his hands, Kate, he envisioned a massive play, and he nearly saw it happen for all the wrong reasons. What a great effort there defensively to track the ball and be in position to nearly pick it.
Running in with Gibbs. And all he can get is a yard here, bro. It's going to be 3rd down.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Lofts it deep right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
You know, Kate, with the game that they've put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
Fields this at the 19. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead they go with Jones. That's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Staying on the ground with Jones. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
A pickup of 2 yards. 1st down, Vikings.
1st down, ball at the 36. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it's going to be 2nd down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
Complete to number 3, Jordan Addison. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Flush down out to his left. That's the 1st down, and he's still going. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way.
It's a gain of 25 yards. 1st down, Minnesota.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's a give to Jones. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Taken down by the first time All-Pro. That was Kirby Joseph.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like we got a home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
2nd down carry for Jones. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. Throw here, 3rd down. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
So the Vikings will try a field goal on 4th down. Will Reichert headed out. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. Reichert connects there. And it shrinks to a 3-score game again. The lead 22.
He's happy to bring him 3 points closer. But I'm sure he sees the situation of the game. He knows 3 isn't going to cut it to end these drives. They need to find the end zone.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away.
For the Vikings.
Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Off to the air now. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Gone. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. And this one doesn't go far.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here he is on 3rd and short. Short pass brought in. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Markers reset. Ball at the 37. On 1st down, they'll run with Montgomery. And I don't think he got beyond the line there. Yep, no gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd down.
Taken down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Gibbs now from the gun. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Trying to sneak here, Goff. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line, no gain.
That's good.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the 1st.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Up the gut they go with Gibbs. Dropped by the first guy he's met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap here to go. He completes it in traffic. And they bring him to a halt right at that midfield stripe. That tackle made by Blake Cashman.
A gain of 2.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Goff on 3rd. It's on target to Williams. He's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
First down throw from Goff. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the stick.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Third and just 2 to go. Running for the marker, it's Gibbs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
He's brought down.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
On fourth down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. He's got to drive this 37 yards down the middle. Bates' kick is up and good. And their lead grows further to 25 points.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. He dodged the tackle. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Vikings and their QB J.J. McCarthy returning to the field on offense. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember. But as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
You know by now, Kate, with this time we spend together, these toss plays, the best way to defend them is to hit them before they get started. And that's exactly what the defense did.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And the Lions are there to bring him down. That's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
This defense has been doing it all, not just with the takeaways, but the pressure and what that does and how hard it is to play the quarterback position when you're taking a beating like this.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. Here he goes, 3rd and long. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48.
It's a gain of 27
Detroit calls
yards.
timeout. It's 2nd.
And
they'll likely be very protecting of the only one they've got
A
remaining.
gain of 27 on the play. And the Vikings 1st down.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Two on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Taking off with it again. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
All set now, 1st and 10. Man in motion, out of the slot. Jones trying the left side. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
It is just so hard, Kate, to get these chunk explosive runs. But what it does now is it especially sets the table in prime scoring position.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Fullback trying to power it across. Some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9, all the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Nothing doing there as the 2nd down pass falls incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Third and goal. The offense hoping something can finally go right here. McCarthy throwing here. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Vikings shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. J.J. McCarthy, the touchdown.
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good creative quarterback, one that can extend a play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Vikings make it an 18-point game.
Vikings 16.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. His return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. They are in great shape here as we wind down this 3rd quarter. They've got a 3-score lead. Another, that could put this just too far out of reach. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Goff off the play action. Catch made left side by Laporta. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
They break the huddle. It's second down now. Out of the shotgun. Goff. Big game continuing for Laporta. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. From the gun, Goff. Downfield is fine, St. Brown. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that gives the Lions the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So we're through three here. The Lions have fought their way to a strong lead in this one, and they've got the football too. Coming to the line for another first and 10. Going again. Here's Goff. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. So that brings up second down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, they come up on second and 10. They're going to throw again. Goff. Dumped off to his running back. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly, as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Goff to throw here. It's third and 2. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on third down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
The lead looks safe, but the Penals staying down. They're going for this. Fourth down, Goff throwing. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions put up even more points in a win. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions continue piling on to this lead.
41. Vikings 16.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Has this at the 6. Escapes a defender. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Vikings and their QB J.J. McCarthy returning to the field on offense. And you may as well call him a constant headache that this defense has had to deal with all game long. I mean, they game plan to slow down his passing work, but it's been his rushes that have really broken the spirit of this unit. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Now it's McCarthy. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun and give to Jones. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. That's a pickup of 9. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
Had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st down, and they go right back to it. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. He'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Defense was clearly focused on taking away the pass in that RPO scheme offensively. It was so good when you get the job done and you get a chunk run on RPO. That's setting you up for some success.
Play action, McCarthy. Finds a seam down the middle. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
On play action now, McCarthy. Throw left side, complete. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. From the gun, Jones gets it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket and keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
Now a give up the middle to Jones. And that 2nd down run is only going to manage a yard.
The tackle by Jack Campbell. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
It's been an 8-play drive, and on play number 9 now, 9 is what they need on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. And he's going to score a touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings making the scoreboard look a touch better. Jordan Addison, the touchdown.
There's a good chance he wasn't even looking when that ball was released, but the crowd, well, the crowd let him know exactly what was going on. He could feel the swell of excitement whenever they take a deep shot. And it's only going to get louder now as they were able to connect.
Reichert on for the point after.
The extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Vikings make it an 18-point game.
Vikings 23.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. Showing a little burst so far. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Now gone. And he'll cover up as they touch him down a few yards short of the 1st.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Here's Gong. Screen here for Gibbs. And they'll get him down after he gets it to the 48. This one goes for 3 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
That's good.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
To the air on 1st down. Here's Goff. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
It's a gain of
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Enough to Gibbs from the gun. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 6. And the Lions 1st down. 1st and 10.
Looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Williams coming in motion right. Finds Isaac to Slaw. Complete. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap here to Goff. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Gone. Dumps it off to his running back. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
The one thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least you didn't go backwards.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Again, it's Gibbs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
He was brought
A
down
gain of
by
2
Eric
follows up a
Wilson.
gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
To the air on 3rd and long. And in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity, certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Lions continue adding on to that lead.
Vikings 23.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Vikings and Justin Jefferson ready to go to work again offensively. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in his second half. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. He's stepping up and takes off with this one.
Positive that effort. He didn't go backwards. Didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
Eight yards to go, and let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And down he goes. The Lions rush gets home. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. It's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Lions in the nickel. This is 3rd down. Here he goes. 3rd and long. He'll make a pick for it on the ground. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
They'll run the draw with Jones. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. McCarthy fires out wide, complete. And he's done a decent gain before being brought down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Extra man in the secondary for the Lions on this third down. McCarthy to throw it. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Now, can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on fourth down. Desperation time here. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Now Gibbs. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Montgomery gets it from the gun. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up third down. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Off now, third and long. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. That's one he knows he should have had. So that brings up fourth and long.
It's now fourth down.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
Vikings to the line now. Here's first and 10. They'll start with a give to Jones. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Vikings trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Zane on the ground with Jones. He hits him for a gain of 6. He's up to the 26.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
He gets it out left, and it's caught. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
A gain of 14. First down,
The slated downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10. Here's Jones. Finds a little room there and gets him about 3 yards. They're up to the 43.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
43-yard line.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Off play action. It's McCarthy. Going deep here for the end zone. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. Well, the pass interference might have prevented the touchdown there, but it gives this offense the yards and a great chance to punch it in anyway. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota! The Vikings putting up points in a game decided. It's a T.J. Hockenson touchdown. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Reichert on for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Vikings make it an 18-point game.
Vikings 30.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Lions get ready to return to the field. And they should just be able to kneel out what time remains. There's 3 timeouts defensively still available, but using them is not going to alter this outcome. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They're going to pass it here. Quick slant, that's Williams. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's a game.
So in Motor City, it's a home win for the Lions. This was a game they had circled a long time ago, Brock. You bring a division rival into your building, you want to make a statement at their expense.